Alright, I am in West Laurel Hill Cemetery in Bala Cynwyd, Pennsylvania. And I actually plan on doing a bunch of videos from this place because there's a lot of individuals buried here with some really unique stories, people that aren't well known but have some interesting stories. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to do that another time. Right now there's just a couple of interesting areas of the cemetery that I want to show. So just quickly give a brief history about this place. It dates back to 1869, and it was the sister cemetery to the more famous Laurel Hill Cemetery, which is in Philadelphia. This one's in Montgomery County, Bala Cynwyd, Pennsylvania, but they're not too far apart. Laurel Hill Cemetery is generally pretty famous, but this one, because it's not quite as old, it's not quite as well known. But one of the things that has some interesting grave markers. This one people have left toys here, dog toys. So it's not what I really came here for, but there's an area here where there's a lot of mausoleums, and you can see some right here. But there's another area where they're all kind of side by side, like row houses. And that's where I want to walk to, kind of show. But this is kind of interesting with all these and you could never have this many mausoleums in a cemetery nowadays. One down there almost looks like a little chapel. But this is sort of what I wanted to show, but there's another area where they're all kind of side by side, like directly connected. And that's where I want to walk to. But I never noticed this one before. It doesn't give the 1881. You can just see the work that went into some of these. And this is one of the famous statues here. If anybody developed professional baseball, it was this guy. And there's a whole story about that that I'll tell another time. Alright, so I'm overlooking the mausoleums that I was talking about now, so that's where I want to walk through. And then there's some interesting steps over here too. So let's get a little bit closer. Alright, hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm right along the Schuylkill Expressway. It's right below me. Manayunk is on the other side of the river over here. So I'm coming up to the spot that I really wanted to show in this video. So it's just around this corner. It's kind of cool. I think it is. And usually I show like abandoned cemeteries and things like that. But there's certainly a lot of interesting ones that aren't abandoned. This one's very well cared for. And like I said, I just kind of always liked this area. I thought it was worthy of a video. It's definitely got some historic aspects to it. So first, that's really, I guess those might have been old steps at one time, but kind of interesting. So these were probably all from the late 1800s, this area. So this old retaining wall. Go around the corner here. So you just have these old mausoleums here, just side by side by side. This one's bricked off. A lot of them just have these you can see in there, but there's a gate inside there. This one goes back a little ways. There's some burials in there, it looks like, and then others where there's more spots, possibly waiting. Who knows if they even still have the keys for these. But these are kind of cool, so I don't know if you can see anything in there. See if something doesn't look back. Check out these and I'll go up top there. Actually, I can probably walk around. AD 1921. A small one here. So it just almost feels like a small town or something. Groundhog or something's dug down into there. Alright, so I've circled around. I came around from the top. And there's one other thing here I wanted to show. And this really looks nice during the fall, or when the leaves are down. The leaves change colors with this set of stairs here. Leads to one of the gates. So they don't typically, I guess, cut this so it gets kind of overgrown. That's what I always liked about it. So you want to watch walking down through here. So these would have probably been steps popular to use at one time, but obviously they don't get much use now. And then they lead down to a gate, another entrance. So the steps don't get a lot of use, but I always like them. Then just over here, I think there's a marker.